G'day, I'm Adam David Collins and I write speculative fiction. Today is the 2nd of November, which of course is NaNoWriMo month. Now I was planning to use this month to write the second novella in my series. However, I've just received a manuscript assessment from my editor on book 1. So I'm actually going to be using the month to edit and revise. So I'm going to be committing to doing something on that every day. I do also have some consulting work which I do outside my normal day job, so some days I may need to do that instead, but ideally I'd like to still do something on my fiction even on those days. So let's see how we go with that. Step 1 is I am going to tidy up my desk. Now that might sound like typical writer's procrastination, but today's actually a public holiday here in Tasmania. I've already spent about an hour going through my feedback and organising my thoughts on that. So I figure let's take advantage of the day off today. I can actually get all of this sorted out. I can make it a nicer place to work, which will be more motivational, get rid of the dust, which I'm highly allergic to, and I just think that would be a good thing to do today to really get myself into the flow for the rest of this month. So let's see how we go. So here's our starting point. So yeah, you can see there's plenty of dust there on the monitor, on the keyboard. Got all these random piles of paper and stuff. Yeah, there's a CD case there. Got all these knickknacks here. That could be sorted out much nicer. Now I started making a little collection of my writing craft books here. You can see there I've got Story Engineering by Larry Brooks. That's a great one. First writing book I ever bought there, the Complete Guide to Writing and Selling the Christian Novel. Unfortunately, it's kind of spilled out into all sorts of other things. I've got some computer games there. There's a bunch of kids' books up here, and it's just all like greeting cards here. So I'm going to sort all this out. I'd love for this to be a real kind of writing resource area on this shelf. This is a cool piece of history. Check it out. King's Quest IV, The Perils of Rosella. That's going back to my past, that is. Because of my hay fever, I always use a wet cloth for getting rid of dust. And this is like one of those fancy microfiber things, so should do a good job. You can see here in the past where I've tried to vacuum dust out of my keyboard, and I've sucked some of the keys straight off. Now, I actually heard an interesting tip from a friend some time back that you can put a piece of stocking over the end, and then if it sucks the buttons off, they won't go down the hose. Only trouble is, obviously I don't wear stockings, so I'll have to see if the wife's got something I can borrow. I need a new calendar for November so I can tick off each day and keep myself accountable. And this quote here, I'm not sure who this is originally from, but Joanna Penn loves to mention this quote. I got it off her. Well, there you have it. Not sure if it actually looks that different, to be honest, but it's certainly a lot more organised, and there's certainly a lot less dust to make me sick. So I have my notes for my current project here. This is the feedback I got from my editor, and some pads for jotting various stuff down. I've really not got a lot of writing books in paper form. Most of them are on the Kindle, but this will probably grow over time. I do find it useful to have non-fiction in paper sometimes. This clock is very significant. This is from Nadine Brandis's novel A Time to Die, where everyone in the world has a clock that tells them how long they have to live. And this reminds me to make the most of my time, because I don't know how long I have the way they do. I've relegated all the kid stuff up here. This will have to find new homes if I fill up all my stuff down here with writing resources. So yeah. So basically all that's left now is to get in and do my revisions. So I'm going to do some writing work, and I'll see you next time. Happy writing!